So this week we're looking at the first Sabbath, which is found in Genesis 2, 1 through 3. So let me introduce this topic to you. First, God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. Remember that from Genesis chapter 1. When God created, he made a universe that was dark, void of life, and the earth was without form and had deep water on it. Then God spoke, and things began to change. As he commanded, things came into existence. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. He allowed a day to pass, and then he spoke again, and the sky was formed. Another day passes, and he thunders forth his voice. Each day passes with a new creation. On the sixth day, we see all the land-dwelling creatures that God made. They all came, he formed them from the dirt, and all of them came into being. After all that, God created man. God blessed man and gave him the authority to fill the earth and to rule over all the creatures, and man was created in the image of God. That brings us to chapter 2, 1 through 3. Now remember that the chapter divisions of the Bible aren't inspired by God. They're not part of the original manuscripts. Those were added later on for us to be able to reference Scripture more easily. And so it seems as if this chapter 2, verses 1 through 3 should be part of chapter 1. It's really the seventh day. So if you went through it, you'd just go day 1 through 7, and it makes sense. The transition really comes in verse 4 of Genesis chapter 2, where it says, "These are the generations." And so you see that phrase over and over again in the book of Genesis to kind of set these different, almost like books within Genesis, to set these different divisions apart. So the first one comes in Genesis 2:4. So this seems to be at the end of chapter 1 here, should be tacked onto that. We see the seventh day, God finished all his work that he had done. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work. So God blessed the seventh day, made it holy, because on it God rested from all his work. So there's several things we're going to look at as we go through this little passage here, these 3 verses. First, we want to see that creation was finished. God had finished creation. What does that mean? What does that all entail? The next thing we want to look at is that God's creation work was done. His work was done. But was he done working? That's the question. And then finally, we'll look at the fact that creation day number 7 was blessed. It was sanctified by God. And what does that mean? So that's what we're going at with this study this week.